Okay, well, let's change the subject for a second. We're going to get back to the video games in a minute. For those of you guys that don't know, Prime here is an actual Cleveland resident. He lives in the city of Cleveland. Now, you know this is NBA Jerry, and this is Jerry's NBA Talk TV, so I got to talk a little bit about the NBA, the real NBA, and also LeBron James. Now, for you living in the city of Cleveland, can you give us some inside stuff that regular national people don't know on as far as how LeBron left Cleveland, the decision-making process, and what's going on now in the city of Cleveland with him coming on December 2nd?
Well, I'm gonna break it down to everybody I'm gonna break it down to you now. To get this straight, to the ones that really know me, I'm not a Cleveland Cavs fan. I'm not, but I do live in the city of Cleveland. I am a true LA Laker fan, down hard, purple and gold to the fullest. But when it comes down to my city, I feel the pain of our city, and I'm gonna tell you why. For the simple fact is that we really don't have no upcoming team except was the Cavs. Organizations up here basically dismantled the Cleveland Indians after we was in the American League Championship in 2007. The Cleveland Browns is basically building, is always rebuilding. They did something good and they always dismantle and mess up stuff. Even though they playing good right now, they hustling, they doing good and stuff like that, which is good. But when it came down to the Cavs, and even though the Cavs are playing good right now, with that being said, with the city, it hurt the city, and it hurt the city economically in a big deal because with LeBron being here, it brought a lot of jobs, businesses. It brought a lot of stuff for the city, the upbringing and everything here. With the city being in the transition the way it is right now, it was very very important. Now that's one big part I can say for that.
Mm-hmm.
But just as the industry as a whole, and with him making his decision, I was never really a LeBron James fan. But at the same time, that was a very, very big blow on the way that he did it. Because I don't respect the man that just couldn't just tell the organization, to be like, well, I'm not going to be with the team anymore. I'm going to leave, and let them know, and at least let them have the opportunity, to look at other free agents that was out there. They anticipated, and that really, really hurt the city. A lot of people out there would say it was immature. Cleveland, get over it. Well, like I say, you don't live here, so you don't know what it's like to have that. You don't live here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it doesn't the only thing, and the only reason why it would touch me like that is just for the simple fact that it's for the city. I could care less about the team. It's for the city. So it's a lot of people they won't feel that. A lot of people would be like, well, like I just said, get over it. But it's to each his own. And basically Cleveland fans, the fans here in Cleveland, we are loyal to our teams, very loyal. Me personally, like I say, I'm not a Cavs fan, I'm not a Browns fan, but I am a loyal Cleveland Indians fan. I love my Indians, even though we crappy, but that's my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. Walk us through the process from. I know you're not a Cavs fan, but I'm sure you look at them a little bit. Walk us through the
Right.
process of from March 14th, the day after the Cavs lost Game 6 to Boston, all the way up until the decision. Tell us the feel of the city, what people were talking about, and what was going on that led to the decision.
I knew that he wasn't going to stay. And just for the simple fact, he quit. And when he did that, it was just like we already knew what his decision was. He quit. And with that being said, a lot of people was just saying, well, he's going to stay because that'll be the smart thing to do because, why would he leave? Why would he actually do that? Why would he leave? But just the vibe to a lot of people, there's a lot of people that just, they had their heads high. There's like, he's not going anywhere. This is home. He's from here. He's home. And he don't want to do that. He don't want to leave. But just in the back of my mind, I knew he was going to leave. I knew that. It's just for the simple fact, the way that he was playing, the way they did in the Boston series and stuff, and the way they got exposed and stuff, he just quit.
What were your thoughts on him, the way he, before the decision was made, how he went downtown to Cleveland and he had the teams meet him in the offices and stuff like that. He had the Miami Heat, the Clippers, the New Jersey Nets, and the other teams meet him down there in the office. Like, what was the local news saying in the newspapers and what were people saying about his whole process before the decision was made?
That he's primarily he's disrespecting the city like that because that wasn't good. That
Right.
wasn't good at all. It's all right for you to talk to other teams, but just to actually do it here at the city like that's basically disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
When you do conferences and stuff like that, you're supposed to go to that city. He wasn't doing nothing. Now, if he was doing something else where he couldn't really travel and he couldn't go to them teams, then maybe so. But I doubt that. When it comes down to that, I really can't really say too much about on that aspect on him just meeting with the teams. All I know is that it was just disrespectful to the city. You know,
Okay, now you say that you pretty much had in your mind that he was going to leave. There are certain things in American history or things that happen in our lives that we always remember where we're at during that moment. And the moment that I want to talk about now is July 8th, 2010, at about 9 p.m. Eastern Time, when LeBron James went on ESPN and made his decision. Where were you at when you were watching it, if you did watch it? And my second question is, what were you thinking right up until he made his decision?
wow. Actually, I was out and about, and everybody was telling me, and because I didn't watch the decision. I didn't watch the stuff. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I was after I got off of work, and I was rolling downtown, and when I rolled downtown, I saw the rest. I saw the last bit of it, and everybody was like heartbroken down there because everybody was down there anticipating his decision. And I saw it. I mean, everybody was just pissed. So it was just like it was real. It was like real crazy. All right, and like I say, I already knew, but I wasn't going to, like rub it in and stuff like that because I knew. But at the same time, it was like just for him doing that on national television was foul to me
Yeah.
because he could have just said that to the office, to the top people in the office, and be like, "I'm not going to stay," But hey, it's to each his own. That's just the way that he did it. But
Yeah, because the only reason I'm bringing this up now is because December 2nd is right around the corner. This is a big game, and this is the game that if I had a choice to watch between the Miami Heat and the Lakers on Christmas or Miami and Cleveland, I would watch the Miami and the Cavs game. I really would. Because I am so interested, Prime, to see how y'all fans react to LeBron James, man. This is going to be crazy. And here's my other question. Now, you say you pretty much were sure, that he was going to leave. Did you have any idea where he was going to go?
no, I have no idea where he was going to go.
You just knew he wasn't coming back to the Cavs.
I just knew he wasn't coming back to the Cavs. I knew he wasn't. And then back to like you were saying about the Lakers and the about the Heat game. Honestly, to be truthful, the Cavs is going to beat the Heat, and I'm going to tell you why. They're gonna beat the Heat. They're gonna beat them. And a lot of y'all gonna be like, what? What? Why would you say that? It's not. It's just a simple fact. Think about it. Okay. The Cavs are not really struggling. There's just a lot of people with injuries. But the way Byron Scott has them playing right now, they playing with it's the same team. They just don't have LeBron James there. They have the same team. So when you don't have, Shaq and Ogaskis and LeBron, yeah, you got two bigs and you don't have them there, but it's basically the same team. They still have the same nucleus. Well, and Delonte is not here as well. But the way they're playing, and if y'all have not watched, Mo, he hit the game winning shot over Milwaukee. It was a real, real good game. The Cavs, what's it? I think we like fourth or third in attendance for one. Miami is not even in that.
Right.
And you got Bosh, James, and Wade in your house, and you don't even sell out.
Yeah.
The Cavs, the queue is sold out every night, and that's called loyalism to your team. But back to the point is that crowd is going to be jumping. It's gonna be hostile when they come to Cleveland. It's gonna be hostile as heck. I'll be looking forward to it. And even though, and a lot of people they're gonna say, well, they expect LeBron to have a real good game, he gonna go off and stuff like that. But they fail to realize that the Heat they're going through problems right now.
Hmm.
A lot of them. And it's not like that he could just be a one man wrecking crew and just dominate the whole game by himself. They're gonna have their eyes on him regardless. And Wade could probably do what he do, Bosh can probably do what he do, but every given night now, the Heat, everybody bring out their best just to play them to show them that it's not gonna go down. You know, and if y'all think that they're gonna beat the Lakers, yeah, right. They have no inside presence. They have no bigs. They have nobody to stop Pau Gasol. And if Bynum so happen to come back, which I really think he don't need to come back yet. Just continuously practice, heal, and do what he needs to do. And if Bynum so happen to play, and you got Low, and then you got Barnes, Kobe, and Artest. So you got the wing players, and then you got to worry about them 7-footers in the middle. You think they're gonna beat them? They have nobody to guard Gasol. They have nobody to really stay with footwork with Lamar Odom. Well, maybe Bosh, but Bosh he too weak. He ain't strong, and they really don't have nobody to stop Bynum. So I mean, the Miami Heat is all messed up right now. They have no answer for nothing. You have three nice players and that's it. And you can shut two perimeter players down with good defense. And but the Cavs, they do have that. They have nice defenders. And they're gonna play with a lot of pride. They're gonna play with a lot of heart. It's gonna be on national television, and it's gonna be jumping. In the queue. So I really, really think that the Cavs is really going to come out and they're gonna do some damage. They're really gonna do some damage. Yeah.
Okay. Now I was reading this, Prime, that some of the fans planning on bringing negative stuff written on the shirts and written on the stuff they bring to the game. Are they trying to regulate that or?
Well, the security is going to be very, very high. That's one thing. So that's one that they already been talking about. The security is going to be extremely high now with the hate shirts and stuff like that. They're probably going to welcome it. It's probably going to be there. I mean, if you go downtown, they still sell the stuff down there. They can't stand it.
So when this game happens, December 2nd, and you're saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win. Do you think, the two-part question, first part is, do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers can make the playoffs? And the second question, with the Miami Heat, how will their season end? Start with the Cavs first.
Well, that's a real good question. The Cavs they are very, very capable of making the playoffs. If they so happen to get a blockbuster trade and they so happen to get that trade and they get somebody that can make a difference, they have a very, very good chance.
But what about with this roster right here? Do you think they can make the playoffs?
With it being in the East is a possibility.
Okay.
Because they playing right now, they playing as a unit. They playing as a team. I mean, they playing with all the ingredients of playing a unit. They rebounding, they play nice defense, and they running. So what they doing is that they doing all the ingredients that they need to do for you to win. They just don't have just a highlight. They just don't have scoring. They don't have, they don't have nobody in the post that can dominate. And they don't have that person that can just flat out score like that. They have some scores, but they don't have scores like that. But they do everything else good. They rebound, they play defense, they run. They just don't have a dominant, like a figure, where they can just score and, they have a post presence. They don't have that. But they do all the other little intangibles. That will get you far. That will get you far in playing basketball. That will get you far. I mean, I'll get you off the subject. I'll give you a prime example. Just like the Bulls. That's what they do. They're a good rebounding team. They play defense, but they have people that can score. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They have people that can score. So they have the ingredients. And then when they get Boozer back, that's going to even be even more crazy. But, like I say, the Cavs have all the ingredients. And they're capable of making the playoffs, but I really, really see them not making it. And if they do make it, they will finish probably a 7th or 8th seed at best.
Okay. Now, what about Miami? How do you think they're going to finish?
Miami, they have problems big time because like I know it'll be one night LeBron have a good game, Wade have a good game, then Bosh have a good game, but they losing. All I can say is that if they figure it out. If they do figure it out, I mean, they'll make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but I think they'll probably finish like 5th or 6th.
Really?
I think Miami gonna probably finish 5th or 6th.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, they don't have no bigs, and just because they get Eric Dampier don't mean nothing. He a bum. All he gonna do is give you 6 fouls. He might rebound or whatever. He might give you a block here and there, but he a bum. He ain't gonna do nothing. Right. So he just a body. Gaskis, just like you said in your video before, he can't even jump over a chalkboard or something like that.
A credit card. A credit card.
Yeah, credit card. He can't jump over a credit card. I mean, Z can't even jump, and he's slow as all hell. He'll give you a nice jump shot. That's it. He'll alter your shot because of his height. But other than that, they don't have no bigs. So I know no big people that really do anything. I mean, they got Jamal McGlory. He's a bum. He had one good year. He was an all-star. He a bum. So they don't have no bigs that could dramatically do anything. And then when they lost Haslam, that's a big loss right there. They lost Udonis Haslam. That's a very huge loss.
Yeah.
So because it's other teams in the East that's going to finish above them because of the way they play. Boston is going to be number 1. Orlando going to be number 2. Chicago going to be a 3 or 4. You're going to have Milwaukee. They're going to be up there. And then you got Atlanta. So, I mean, they're going to be up there. I really don't think that the Heat is going to be up that high like that. I really think, like I say, they're going to finish 5th or 6th. They're going to be 5th or 6th. That's where I put them at.
Okay. Great breakdown, man. Good breakdown.